Yo, today I want to talk about the Astilla Prime here. It is Gara's signature weapon. She doesn't get a crazy bonus, just a bunch of extra ammo in the reserves when you're using it on Gara. No DPS increase, no damage increase, nothing fancy, just extra ammo. And I want to talk about the shotgun because I've seen a lot of chatter about it in my time of playing. I always see people mentioning this as like their favorite niche weapon. When people want like unique weapon choices that are off the beaten path, I always see the Astilla Prime mentioned, the Astilla Prime, the Astilla Prime. And I figured I'd try it out. I put a form on it, and I have it, Catalyst, Arcane, whatnot. Um, I messed around with some mods, different modding setups and builds, and this is what I came to like. It's just a normal merciless hybrid crit status build. I tried a primary crux build. I didn't really like it, but here we are on the still prime here. The base damage is a little low, so I think you definitely want to make sure you're stacking it on the grunt enemies first before you move to the heavy targets. And then on the heavy targets, this thing procs every IPS on top of our viral and heat. So it's really, really good for galvanized aptitude. And I did check because this is AoE. The direct fire that hits is affected by galvanized aptitude. Obviously, you're not getting any bonuses on the exploding glass, though, on extra enemies. But I mean, it works. It has a gigantic magazine at 40. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It almost feels like a rifle more than a shotgun, to be honest. But it's not bad. I get why people enjoy it. It does the cool ping when you reload, so that's neat. But I guess I'll get right into my build here, what I cobbled together. So, big thing, two galvanized mods. Oh, it's aptitude on rifles. It's savvy on shotguns, but you know what I mean. Galvanized savvy, like I said, the status on this thing is already crazy. So the more status, the better. The direct damage, bonus damage, it does work on the shot. It doesn't work on the glass explosion out. So that's not great, but it's still nice for the heavier units there. I've tried just putting in primed point blank for more raw damage. I've tried a crux build. I've tried 3 different builds now, and I've settled on this one. So I think this is good here, even though you're not getting the bonuses on the AoE. I still think it's worth it for the status chance and the direct bonus buff when you're hitting single targets and whatnot. Elementals here, we have a lot of slash, we have a lot of heat, plus more magazine capacity, so that's sick. I feel like this works out pretty well. I think it feels nice and good. Galvanized Hell, more multi-shot. That's, the go-to for this kind of build. Critical de-acceleration. Um, I think it's good. The fire rate on this thing is already pretty nice. So when you're lowering it just by 20%, it's not that bad. So I think this is nice. We're at 63% crit. I think as long as you're getting above 50 on like any weapon, it's worth building on crit. So here we go. Critical de-acceleration. Perfect there. Primed Ravage. More critical damage. 3.8 multiplier. Ain't too bad. If I put one more point in it, I could probably get it to 4, but then I'd have to put a whole nother form on this thing, and we're not pumping up that high. Incendiary Coat for more heat, and this dash is already here, so worth mentioning. You get 2 V polarities for free, and then I added this one right here in the corner. So 3 free polarities on a shotgun. This is pretty good, to be honest. Not much to complain about here. And we have 60/60s for viral. This weapon has a crazy amount of slash on the glass explosion, and we're getting, viral plus slash procs plus heat. That's all good and fun. And this is my build. Like I said, it's a standard hybrid crit setup. There's nothing, not reinventing the wheel here. I've tried some different mods bunched around here with prime point blank for more base damage and stuff like that. A cleanse mod over elementalist could be the play, especially if you have the primed ones. I could see that. Yeah, but I think this works. We will try it then. But other than that, our arcanes. I like the primary arcanes and a lot of the different ones. I really wanted Crux to work. I love Crux on the Exorcist. I love Crux on the, oh, what's it called? The beam shotgun. Oh man, what's it called? The beam shotgun. The beam shotgun. I'm not leaving until I figure this out off the top of my head. The Phantasma beam shotgun. That thing's really good with Crux. So I thought Crux would be good here. I didn't like it at all. I used it. It just felt awful. So no Crux, just normal Merciless. Um, Other than that, I'm happy with everything we have here. So that's it for the simulacrum testing and whatnot. Cleared out some guys perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna go to Mott in the Void. Maybe we kill Vor. We're definitely gonna kill an Acolyte. See you there, boy. All right, we're here in the Void. Oh, okay. Just staggered myself with the glass explosion there. We're just probably. I'd imagine we're gonna be able to keep up the KPM for life support here. Once again, this thing's definitely doesn't reinvent the wheel. It is interesting though. The only other full auto shotgun that really feels like a rifle is the whatchamacallit, the Sobek and the Kuva Sobek, and that has its augment mod, so maybe it's a little bit better. I don't know. I will say this thing's easy to use. There's like 0 recoil. There's not much to complain. I am also on mouse and keyboard, but full auto glass launcher. It's pretty nice. I get why people enjoy it though. I wonder how easy is its prime to get? That I don't know. I don't know how many gold parts it has, if it just has one gold part or multiple gold parts. Maybe that's why I just see it everywhere. Whenever people like talk about like their just favorite niche weapons, I see the Astilla Prime almost to the point where like it's not niche anymore. It's like the worst kept secret, I guess. I don't know. But that's why I wanted to make this, because I literally saw it today. I was just scrolling through whatever, and I like seen people talking about the Astilla Prime again. I was like, everyone always talks about this shotgun. Am I missing out? And I don't know if I'm missing out per se, but it's definitely worth using, I'd say. I didn't think it would be this good. I'm definitely a little surprised. I'm like, oh, okay. The AoE is nice too, because it like chips the target down. Like this thing has a lot of single target, but it's like chipping the horde down. So when you pop into the next guy, he's like already kind of low. So that's cool. I know I'm playing Gara weird. I'm just recasting my 2 instead of using my 4 and 1 to reset it. But that's because I don't want to, you know, stack up and do a bunch of DPS as Gara and dilute my kills here. But what are we at? 2 minutes in? This is almost 100 KPM. So I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Typically, that's the going rate to see if a weapon's good or not. Is 100 KPM. But no, I think this thing's pretty solid. I understand. You know, I understand it now. I see why people are a fan, and they bring this thing up whenever they can. And it looks cool. It sounds cool. It's got the cool ping when you reload. So, I mean, aesthetics and, you know, being swagged out of your mind, you know, permission to swag out, it matters when you're picking your loadout in this game. So, I get it. I get it. Oop, I got knocked down, and my shields are turned off. Wait, where is Vor? He spawned, and he... Okay, there he is. I feel like this is just going to chip him down. Can you not regen your shields that quick, buddy? I mean, yeah, we're stuffing him full of glass, and he's dying. Nothing to write home about. I imagine the Acolyte will look the same. The Acolyte likes... well, the Acolyte hates big, beefy crits. You know, that's how you chunk him. You know, you one-shot him, two-shot him, you know, get 2 giant crits on the Acolyte, and he's gone. But this is like a bunch of good crits. You know, these are just some good, old-fashioned, hard-working yellow crits. So we'll probably chip the Acolyte down, and I imagine we'll be fine. But I'm not expecting anything crazy. Yeah, but I'm shocked. Our KPM dropped a little bit there since I focused so hard on Vor, but I'm pretty sure I could, if you're doing any other normal mission without a boss to focus on like that, pretty sure I could have probably been at 400 with this thing. It's pretty nice. Ooh, make sure to recast that. Boop, 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 boop. No, yeah, I'm enjoying myself. This is a good shotgun. Is it the best shotgun? No, No. Is it the best? The beginning of this survival, I was kind of sold on the Sobek being better, but now I'm not so sure. I think the Sobek has more interesting interactions with its augment mod, the acid shells. But as an out of the box, straight up shotgun, full auto shotgun, this might take the cake. And I guess the Phantasma's a full auto shotgun, but like, are we really gonna? It's a beam weapon that takes shotgun mods, you know. Um, so we did drop 100k, but I think that's because I focused on Vor so hard. Oh, okay, it was a nice shield hit. Gotta reload. Try my best to live here. No. I mean, we're chunking them down. Oh, we might die here. Yeah, that's why people run Prime sure-footed. No, that was respect. That was a respectable Acolyte kill. That actually wasn't too bad, and he disabled that 900 times. Let's murder this room real quick. Boom, 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 boom. There's a corrupted ancient somewhere. There he is. No, this is the Astilla Prime is good. I have a shock, and I've learned. All right, let's just nuke this room. Oop. 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 What the hell? Oh, dude, he's frozen on the ground, so he's not getting hit by my things. That's funny. Okay, I'll do this. Let me go back. All right, that's the Astilla Prime. I get it now. I know why people like it. And I'm out of here. Get yourself an Astilla Prime if it's still around to grab. It's worth it. It's good. You know, maybe buy one from the Warframe market if you don't have a full auto shotgun. If it's in your EDA or ETA, put a catalyst on it and put one form on it. It's a good gun. It's worth using. So see you.